So today we are back. It is day 3 of MyFitnessPal tips, but this is day 15 of 25 daily tips getting you ready and healthy and fit for summer, because again, like, summer's here, guys. We're end of quarantine. We're getting out of this. People are starting to find their way out of the house. White fat starting to hit that bright sun up there. We want to make sure that we look good, we feel good, and more than anything, we want to make sure that we're healthy, because when we feel better, obviously it's more motivating to get out there and go. When we feel awful, we kind of want to stay inside. So today, again, we're talking about MyFitnessPal, and one of the quickest ways to get yourself in healthier shape is to just eat better. And a lot of people are always looking for like this next best workout and the next best thing, and what's the best type of cardio, and how long do I need to do on a spin bike, and all this stuff. And really, you feed your face every single day. You're not always going to exercise, which I'm about to face with right now. I either need to get off my ass and exercise in a minute, or I'm going to be out of exercise for a couple days. So it's one of those things that, like, life comes up and you're not always going to make it to the workout side, but you're always going to have the food side. And so if you can control that, it's one of the quickest ways to really get yourself back in shape and back on track, because not only does the food get you leaner, not only does it make you stronger and all that stuff, but like, it gives you energy and it makes you feel more perky and alert instead of feeling sluggish and drugged down all the time. So the whole idea with MyFitnessPal, again, it's like, it's me, it's as your conscience on your shoulder. So when you have that bad voice saying, eat this, you want this, there's also me on the other side saying, don't do it. It's not worth it. So when we started going through MyFitnessPal 2 days ago, we first taught you how to program your goals, how to set your caloric number, and how to set your macros. If you didn't catch that, make sure you go back to previous days. Again, the whole idea is we put protein normally for our initial clients that are looking to lose weight, 50% protein, and then we put them at 25% carbs, 25% fat. So yesterday we talked about how to actually enter food, how to find it, how to locate it, how to add in new recipes, how to use the barcode scanner, and some of those different things. So what I've done today now is now we want to try and refine it. And so the homework I gave yesterday is to start programming some meals. And some of you might not have done that, but you need to, because it's not just learning how to use it, it's actually applying the knowledge that you're taking or intaking. So the whole idea is I programmed some meals today. I want to show you how to troubleshoot through some of this. So on day 1, you're not going to know what does what. You're going to enter all your food, you're going to put it into your MyFitnessPal, and then you're going to go to your numbers and you're going to go, whoa, that was so off. So again, if you don't remember how to do that, I talked to you yesterday, we take our actual diary, you enter in all your food for the day, but then what you do at the very end is you turn it sideways. And what it's going to do when you turn it sideways, it's going to give you all your totals for the day. So you'll see that I'm over right now of 220 calories, I'm over 21 carbs, over 14 fat, and I still need to get 13 more grams of protein for this day. So the whole idea is, like, if I've already gone over my carbs and I've already gone over my fat, and it's the end of the day, I can't fix that. So that's the whole benefit of, like, entering it the night before or entering it before you eat, because before you shove it in your mouth, you'll actually know what you're supposed to do and how much you're supposed to do. The biggest thing is people look at foods as like, yes, I can, or no, I can't. And that's totally wrong, and that's what I'm gonna help show you today. The whole idea is you start adjusting portion sizes. So where everybody, when they start a new diet, they're like, oh, I need some new recipes, I need a low carb recipe, I need something that doesn't, and no, you don't. Eat your same foods, but adjust the quantities and the portions. So we'll go through here, for instance. So like right now, I'm short on protein, I'm high on carbs, high on fat. So if we start looking through like my day and look through, we have Dave's Killer Bread with eggs in the morning. We get up here, I had the rebuilt meals meatloaf for lunch. We got up to chicken breast. I did about 6 ounces there. Public Caesar salad, I did 2 servings of that. And I know this is backwards, guys. That's blame Facebook, not me. The next one you get to is I had my protein shake, and it says vanilla, but you know it's chocolate. The next one is Crave beef jerky, a couple servings of that, and then another protein shake again. So when we start looking at some of these different things, like, it doesn't hit my numbers. So with just a few quick adjustments, like if I wanted to add just a little bit of protein, I would go to my chicken breast, which is for dinner. And when I go to that, you'll see right there I have 2 ounces, which puts me at, 2 servings of 4 ounces, which puts me at 8 ounces. Well, that's not enough. So I'm gonna go to 2.5, and I'm just gonna see where that takes me. So 2.5 ounces, we're gonna go back, we're gonna turn our screen sideways, we're gonna scroll to the very bottom, and oh, look, I'm even closer. So I'm only 5 grams away. Now I wanna try and adjust my carbohydrates, because maybe I'll get that perfectly to square on with protein, but then once I start messing with other meals, some things might go out of whack. So the next thing I look at is like, all right, I'm over on protein, I'm over on carbs. I did 2 slices of bread for breakfast. Now let's say I did this ahead of time and I went down to 1 slice of bread. I enter that, I go to the very bottom, we scroll all the way, and oh, look at that, my carbs are dead on. I didn't pre-plan this, I promise. But so carbs are dead on, Protein now is actually short. Protein went short because there was actually some protein found in Dave's Killer Bread. Now I look at it and it's like, okay, I'm over on fats. Well, what can I really adjust on fats with this? And really, when I get into my day, it's like there's not much I can do. The Publix Caesar salad is going to have some extra fats. Outside of that, the meatloaf from Rebuilt Meals already had the food in it, already had the nutrition in it, so I can't really change that. So when I go back and look at the Caesar salad, I'm like, okay, well, there's 22 grams of fat in the serving that I did. Well, I still want to have my salad. I still want to have my chicken. I can't really do any more carbs because you saw it was broken even at carbs. So what I can do is I can actually knock down the dressing. And what you're going to see is if I just knock down the dressing to 1 tablespoon, I'm sorry, I take that back. It cuts down to 2 tablespoons because I had 2 servings before. So when I knock it down to 1 tablespoon and I turn it sideways, let's see what happens here. Where are we? Where are we? And it's pretty darn close. So you'll see right there, I'm off 3 grams of fat. My carbs is basically now I can still eat more carbs if I wanted to. And my protein's a little bit under. So really at that point, it comes down to very simple. Like if I did like a half cup of Greek yogurt, boom, I hit my numbers. If I did a little bit more chicken, if I did a little bit more of a shake, if I did a little bit more of anything, all of a sudden my numbers are perfect. And now this is at 1,850 calories. If you're eating 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, like that's even easier to manipulate because you're talking about an ounce up, ounce down, ounce up, ounce down, and all those numbers start to level out. So the whole idea is this, it's like you're never going to nail it perfect, but what you need to do is just start entering your food because you're never going to know unless you start entering it. So even if you've already eaten the food today, enter what you ate. Now start messing around with the scrollers, start messing around with the different things and see how you can actually make your portion sizes right so that you would have hit your numbers today. Because then what you do is once you set up a perfect day, screenshot it, and now tomorrow you have a perfect template for your meal plan that you can start following. So say tomorrow you're waking up, you start the day off, and you're going to do something similar, but instead of maybe 3 eggs and a piece of toast, you switch it up into a packet of grits, and you're going to do, I don't know, chicken or something. I don't know what it depends what you want to do. Maybe your protein shake goes for breakfast. So that becomes that. And instead of my rebuilt lunch, instead of it being meatloaf and potatoes, maybe it's chicken and black beans and rice. Boom, that squares that away. They pretty much will balance out. I get to dinner, maybe instead of a Caesar salad, which had a ton of fat today, maybe tomorrow night I do a steak and some sort of actual grilled vegetable. So you start messing around with this, and once you find like your perfect template, it's so much easier to recreate it the following day and the following day just by swapping food types but of the same category. So if it's a meat, swap with another meat. If it's a starch, swap with another starch. And you know, none of this is ever going to be possible unless you just try day one. You're going to fail. You're going to mess up. It's not going to look pretty. If anything, your fat numbers and sugar numbers are going to be through the roof, and it's going to be like, I only eat 20 grams of protein in a day? And then you wonder why you've been constantly hungry all of quarantine and you haven't gotten leaner, you've gotten fluffier during quarantine. So start tracking these numbers. When you look at it and you get thrown off by some of it and you think that your numbers are maybe too far off, just remember it's all just a simple adjustment of the portion size. So it doesn't mean you have to eat low carb, it doesn't mean you have to eat low fat, it doesn't mean you have to eat all protein all the time. It just means adjust your portions. And when you start doing that, that's how you make your own personalized meal plan. So if you really want to get the full spectrum of this, go back, start at episode 9. We started working on our food list. Episode 10, we customized our food list and gave it some rankings. 11, I believe, we started working on MyFitnessPal. And just break it back to those last couple days, guys. If you need any additional help, just ask. I believe our website that we have all 15 of these videos on, I believe it's DerekCurley.com/hotsummerbody, hot summer body. And if you go there, we have all 15 videos right there, but I have not been posting a lot of Facebook, guys. So if you just scroll within the first little bit, you're going to see all the videos anyway. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Great crowd tonight. Zamet, I see Tina, I see Mary Beth, I see John again. Guys, you're awesome. Thanks for all the support. Make sure you click that share button if you like some of this stuff, because again, people are starting to find their way back into gyms. You're going to have people struggling at Planet Fitnesses again. You're going to have people trying to do this on their own again, and this is what we're here for. We help people. So I got a whole team and whole crew here ready to help you guys. If you need help, please make sure you reach out. If you like what we said, make sure you like, heart, and share, and all that good stuff. And thank you guys for tuning in. See you tomorrow night, hopefully. But we got a baby coming in the next 48 hours, so you might not see me for a couple of days. That's some craziness. See you guys.